Greetings. This is your host, Michaela Rena of Wednesday Moon. Join me each week as we learn the energy of the daily tarot reading coupled with the elements of food to help assist in our evolution, happiness, and personal well-being. Welcome. This is Wednesday Moon, and this is your host, Michaela Rena Tendaji Ashe. Well, today I'm making something really special. Hold on, I'm washing my hands so that I can prepare for what I'm about to make. I am doing a beautiful avocado, strawberry, and walnut salad. This is really neat. So I've been craving this. I actually created this when I was in Northern California at a hosted kitchen tarot party, and it was fun. So, and I made this beautiful medley, and I was wondering why I was craving this, and I'm still craving it. And then I made it for another friend, and they just said, you need to share this, so today I'm going to share it. So, with that being said, I want to let you know that I did draw 3 cards. I am using Ciro Marchetti's Gilded Tarot set, so that you can see what that looks like. There you go. Okay. And I drew 3 cards. Now, these cards are pretty interesting, especially going into the latter part of August, and we're rolling into September. We're already within the Virgo horoscope, and so this is a really interesting time to begin review, especially for Virgos going into their power month. So the 3 cards that I pulled, I'm going to talk about those. The first one is the 5 of Cups reversed. There you go. There's that one. Temperance reversed. And 8 of Pentacles reversed. Wow. 3 cards reversed. And let me tell you, when I saw those cards reversed like that, I thought, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? Okay, so in the meantime, let's get some fun things going. So I have avocado here. This is 2 avocados. I'm going to tell you about the properties of this. And the beautiful thing about Kitchen Tarot is that learning the elements and why we call certain things into our environment has everything to do with what's going on in our lives that is connected to these cards. The cards are just displaying or revealing an energy that's happening. The food that you are desiring or craving, or you have indulgences for, or that you cannot get in control of, have everything to do with what's going on in your spirit body first. So everything starts spirit, then mind and body. So today I have avocado. Now I'm going to put that in my bowl. There you go, so you can see that. And the second item I'm using are my strawberries. So I'm going to go ahead and chop a few more while I'm talking here. Now, the avocado has to do with fertility and lust, love, abundance, financial wellness, and then also lust when you are talking about being involved with a special person. And so why would that be of interest? Because it doesn't necessarily have to do with a relationship, although it can be applied to a relationship, especially for single people that might be looking to connect with their divine partner, with their divine life mate. So you want to begin eating foods that draw in that energy, that actually celebrate that energy. So I'm going to tell you, I've got about maybe 7 or 8 strawberries in here, and I'm just going to lay them on top here. Now, the strawberries have to do with innocent love. That's very sincere love. Look at how gorgeous that is. So that is very sincere, very innocent, friendship love, and connected with a partner. It is so important. So I'm going to put this aside here while I jump into these cards, and I'm going to let this sit for a second, and then we'll talk about the additional ingredients that I have. So the 5 of Cups popped up today. Now, this is interesting because cups has to do with the heart. Cups have to do with your emotions. And if you notice here, he has 2 black birds at the bottom. Okay, he's definitely gone through some things. You can see here, I'm going to flip this card so you can see it the right way. Okay, he's gone through a very trialsome moment, and he's reflecting. He's in review. Okay, there could be some loss there. It's definitely that there's some loss, but maybe that loss is what he needed to let go of. Okay. However, in this case, this is showing that the loss could have been something that he may needed to have taken better care of, and now he's got to pick up the pieces where he's left off. He's got to learn from those lessons. And so this is with the Five of Cups. We're dealing with past, present, and future. So what we've been dealing with from this moment backwards, okay? So from earlier today to yesterday, earlier in the week, we're dealing with some connections with people, could be business decisions that we've had to learn lessons from, and reflecting what we may have lost in dealing with certain people or not dealing with them, how we needed to deal with them, what you may have lost in regards to building better connections with people, better friendships, better loving mate choices. This is what that card is connected to. And now, for those that have been with me for a while, you know that I pull random. I don't just look at the cards and then decide to pull. Now, I only do that if I'm working magic with my tarot deck. And I dedicate that time to Mondays. However, when I pull these cards, this is definitely the energy is coming in. Now, this is a very general reading, and they definitely can get a detailed reading. And if you want a detailed reading, make sure that you inbox me or you send me a message below on my YouTube or through my Google Plus, Twitter inbox to let me know you would like a detailed reading in connection to what happened today or what's being shown today. Now, the second card that popped up, that is today, okay? This moment. Let me just put it in general terms. In the moment. So the moment could have been as early as yesterday and right up to this place and going forward. This is Temperance. Now, usually she deals with balance in two worlds, the spiritual world and the mundane world. However, this card is reversed, which says that she's out of balance, maybe taking certain things too personal, and not seeing the full aspect of it and just being an observer, even though she may have the ability to be in both worlds, to truly be the observer of it. So whatever you've been dealing with in the last couple of days, you've been getting too personal, and you need to step back and realize that the story is really not about you. It's a lot bigger than you. And yes, are you part of that story? Absolutely. And how you walk forward in that connection with people, business, love will actually benefit you if you can step back and reclaim your balance, knowing who you are, taking the time to comprehend your emotions with the spirit, and then also with your physical needs and your desires, your wants, your endeavors. But knowing that balance is really important. If you notice here, she's got two vessels. So I'm going to put that up right there. Very good. She's got two vessels, and one is got, both of them have water or some sort of liquid, but they're being wasted. And if you notice, Saturn is below, and Saturn has everything to do with manifesting. And yet here she's not able to truly manifest what and how she desires to because she's not balanced. So manifesting has everything to do with being balanced. Knowing where you stand, knowing what exactly is, and not expecting any more than what is being shown. And accepting that. Not trying to get blood out of a turnip or trying to make something magically happen that really doesn't even have the properties to happen. So you have to recognize the properties, and that's why I love working with food and knowing the properties of the food, in essence, to living my life first healthy, but also building me spiritually, because it lets me know what's happening in my world right now that is calling these elements that I need to focus on. So going back to the food, we have the strawberry. Strawberry is really about innocent love, being very sincere, being very genuine, no motive, and building good friendship, taking the time to build a friendship. This is really important. So this could be a love relationship, but as well, it can definitely be a friendship, divine sisterhood. A relationship with your mother is being rebuilt. Fathers are now connecting again and discovering their bond. Sons with their fathers are now learning how to listen to the old man that gives them some wise words. So these things are important, and even the bond with family members, your fleshly sisters, are being reconnected. This is part of this dish right here. This calls all of that in so that you begin to love again. You love yourself and you go back to that innocent part of love where there was no motive other than to really just want to see somebody smile. And you did something so genuine that you made their heart feel good. But you feel good because you made them feel good. This is what's so important. Okay, now so here's an addition. I'm going to show you this. I'm putting walnuts. Now, the last dish I didn't put walnuts in. However, this dish I'm putting walnuts in. Something just said you need walnuts. So what is the walnuts about? So I'm going to sprinkle those in here. I got these beautiful walnuts. Walnuts, especially black walnuts, have to do with removing negative energy from your spirit, from your life. They are connected to removing stagnant energy or removing issues and persons that meant us harm. Now, whether they think they did you any harm has nothing to do with how you perceive it, because our perception is different than someone else's perception. Okay? So if you have perceived that your spirit has been hurt by someone and you need to release the energy, the tie to that person so that you can think with clarity, then you want to use walnuts in your food. That is the energy that is connected there. So this is a cleansing, a breaking free of certain ties, esoteric ties, spiritual auric ties. You want to make sure that is removed. You can also bathe in black walnut. You can grind them down and sprinkle them in your bath water, and then speak upon that walnut the energy at which it now it should be activated, and that is to release you from any negativity that's attached to any person that has caused you spiritual or emotional or mental or even physical pain, hardship, problems. Okay, so that is what your strawberry is for. Now I'm going to go to this next card. This is the Eight of Pentacles, and this one came up reversed. Now normally this card is just like this, and he's making plans, and 8 is always good. 8 is infinite. 8 is building. Okay, you see that card? I love that card. I love the card when it's like this. Okay. However, when this card is like this, this is you're working really hard building, but maybe what you're building is not coming into fruition. So this could be people that you are connected to. You need to review. Should I be connected with this person? It doesn't matter how long you've known them. It doesn't matter what your capacity was with them. You're building with them. Is it going to get any, is it going to have a result? A prosperous result, and a spiritual uplifting result, a encouraging result, a life awakening awareness results. What result does it have? Or are you connected to persons that actually keep you way down? They don't offer any benefit in their activity with you. They're just always painful. They always have a painful experience. They bring the most painful piece out of you because they are not connected to their higher self yet. This right here is that card. This is whatever you're working on with people, or you're trying to build with people, whether it's a business or relationship, family members. You need to take true accountability to discern whether or not those people really are serving your highest good, because this card right here is saying that those that you that are in your life at this moment, in the near future, and I'm going to say anywhere between 3 and 7 days. Let's even go one further out, because it is the 8 of Pentacles. 8 days. Within the next 8 days, you're going to need to review whether these people, the persons in your life, are really serving your highest good. Not just not in a selfish way about you benefiting, but do they really inspire or help or assist? Or are there requests upon you begrudging, heavy, dogmatic, with conditions and, oh goodness, contracts? I can go on. The list can go on, but that is something you will need to pay attention to in the next 8 days. Now I'm going to go back to this beautiful dish. So we have this. Now I am going to mix it with a little. This is butter. So I've already melted this already, and I am going to use powdered sugar. So now usually I don't use something you know, like this. You can use honey if you don't want to use powdered sugar. Just one moment. So I'm going to mix that up. And I want that powdered sugar to completely become blended with the butter so that you have a nice drizzle. And it can be thick. It doesn't have to be completely melted or saturated. Okay. And then afterwards, this is a very simple, and I'm going to just hold this up this way, and hold on just 1 second so that we can see what's going on here. Put that right there. I'm going to hold this up, and I'm going to do it just like this. We're going to drizzle that over the top. Oh my gosh, this is so wonderful. Okay, now, what I love about this dish, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Look at that. Oh, is that gorgeous or what? Oh, it smells good. It just smells good. It smells so divine. Don't flavor the butter sugary concoction. Don't flavor it because you already have enough. Now, you're also going to add, let me look. I have a pinch of Himalayan salt that I use. I love Himalayan salt. This one is pink. So I'm just going to use a pinch of that in here. Just a little bit. Because let me tell you, you can't oversalt. I did a dish the other day and I oversalted and added some piece of it. But then that was a message in itself that there were some things that either myself and then the group that I was working with, we all needed to work on. So if that happens, if you find you've oversalted something, just pay attention to what's going on in your life as to the reason why that happened. Because everything happens for a reason. Remember, everything is everything.
This amazing jewelry creation is made by the hands of Jabari of Creative Woodworks. To inquire of his work for any personal purchases, contact him directly via email at quanswatches@gmail.com. Today's music selection is by indie artist, Tone Deaf and Colorblind Productions, Robert Anthony Gray.
Get my fork and spoon. I'm going to mix that up. And I'm going to give you your affirmation so that you have something to work on in addition to this, eating this wonderful, delectable delight. Okay, so I just mixed it in. Now, what you're going to notice is that the butter sugar concoction will look chunky over the avocado and the strawberries. That's okay. You want it to look like that. That just lets you know these little bits of morsels of sweetness are definitely flavoring the avocado at a whole nother level. So I'm going to put that right there. And go ahead and chill that so that you can make it ready and enjoy that for another moment. Okay. Now, moving forward, we have the affirmation of the day. So let me give a recap on this. So we've got the 5 of Cups right there. This is regret, loss, wasted time with people that really are not serving your best interest. Recognizing that, or it could be a business, something that's not serving your best interest. This is within the last 5 days. I'm going to say that. Okay, then we have Temperance. This is not being balanced. This is today. And needing to take the time to review your connection in the spirit and the mundane world. You need to come to terms. That's what that one's about, okay? And then the 8 of Pentacles, and within the next 8 days, you're going to discern who really has your best interest, who really just truly loves you, and who are great business partners, who is serving your best need. If you have children in the school system, what teachers are really supporting your children in their education. And see, this card can go so many different ways because this is dealing with family. Pentacles deals with earth, mundane, family, job, your mate, a former mate, a new mate. Be very concerned. Contracts or some sort of relationship connection may happen in the next 8 days. Take the time to really review whether that is serving your best interest. And the reason why I say that is because you've been imbalanced here for a little bit, and in the last 5 days you've had some losses. You've had to really discern who really is your advocate, who really is concerned that you grow, that you love, that you enjoy life, that you are at peace. Who are those people? And that's how they affect you in every aspect of your life. Spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, financial, personal, everything that's connected to. Okay, now, the affirmation. The affirmation for today goes just like this. Remember, it's 3 times 3 times 3. It is, your mind is clear and your desires are precise. You are equipped to move forward and obtain abundant resources for what is needed in your life now. Yes, this is true. My mind is clear and my desires are precise. I am equipped to move forward and obtain abundant resources for what is desired in my life now. Ashe, Oshe, Ashe. Well, I'm glad that you have been able to visit with me today in my kitchen tarot, learning a little bit about the elements at which we cook in, what we bring into our life, and also that of the cards. Now, for those that are just learning about the tarot, every person has had a tarot deck in their house. They still have a tarot. If you have somebody who says, oh, I don't have those kind of cards, they do. It's called a regular old deck of playing cards. We're talking about that old Joker, King and Queen, hearts, spades, clubs, and diamonds. And there is a lot of information in just those set of cards. You can discern who's going to have car problems and who's going to have a love come into their life, and who's going to be in arguments and who's going to be working their mind to get things right, even in those regular deck of playing cards. So I want to encourage you to request a personal reading. If you would like to learn how to read tarot, there is the intuitive aspect. That's something that comes from deep within, but there's also the symbolic and the mental connections that are part of the symbology of the cards that help you to get these answers. So please make the inquiry. You can inbox me and ask me, and just so that you know, I have ongoing classes. So when one is posted, make sure that you take the time to enroll. So with that being said, I'll be back tomorrow. This is your host, Michaela Rena with the Kitchen Tarot. Ashe.